Okay, so sometimes when you have polynomials and you're doing division, before you divide, you want to make sure that they're not skipping any of the terms. So for example, normally after x cubed, you would have an x squared, then an x, and then your constant. So like in this first one, it starts with 6x cubed, so that's fine. But there's no x squared or x. So when that happens, you'll replace them with zeros. So 0x squared and 0x, and then plus 2 at the end. So it's the same problem, it's just you're putting zeros as placeholders. And that's going to help us when we do the long division. So like here, normally after x squared, you'd have an x, then your constant. So we already have 9x squared. But since we don't have an x, I'm going to put a 0x before I put the minus 3. So it's just the same problem, we're only rewriting it. So this problem, I'm going to write it as long division, but I'm going to change the 8x cubed minus 1. Because normally after x cubed, you'd have x squared, then x before the minus 1. So the 8x cubed stays the same. But then after 8x cubed, I'm going to put a 0x squared, then a 0x before the minus 1. And now I can divide it by the 2x minus 1. So it's the same problem, we just rewrote it. Because if you don't have these placeholders, you'll get the wrong answer when you're done. So we're going to take the first terms, 8x cubed and 2x, and we're going to divide. 8 divided by 2 is 4, and then 3 minus 1 is 2, so that's 4x squared. That's part of your answer, so I'm going to write it on top. And then whatever you get here, remember you multiply it by whatever you're dividing by. So here the 2x minus 1. So I get 8x to the third power minus 4x squared. Remember, whatever you get here, you're going to write underneath. So 8x cubed minus 4x squared. Then from there, you change the signs. These cancel. 0 plus 4 is 4x squared. And we bring down our next term, which is the 0x. And from here, we repeat. So I'm going to divide 4x squared by 2x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So this is x to the 1. Remember, this is part of your answer, so it goes on top. So I'm going to put plus 2x on top. And then I'm going to multiply the 2x by the 2x minus 1. So I'm repeating. 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Remember, whatever you get here, you write on the bottom. So 4x squared minus 2. Now, notice, sorry, I forgot to put an x here. So it's 4x squared minus 2x. So I'm going to write down 4x squared minus 2x. From here, we change the signs. These cancel. So 0 plus 2 is 2x. And then we bring down the negative 1. So from here, we're going to repeat one last time. I'm going to take my first term, 2x, and we'll divide that by the 2x now. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Here the x's cancel. Since positive 1 is part of our answer, I'm going to write that on top. And now I repeat. So I'm going to multiply the 2x minus 1. So I get 2x minus 1. Remember, this goes on the bottom. And then you change the signs. Here these cancel. Negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Since there's nothing else to bring down, and 0 would be our remainder, then we're done with the problem. So our answer is the top, 4x squared plus 2x plus 1.